a guy who's staying with me, who's a high school teacher in Brasilia. He says, yeah, my students won't go in the bathroom alone. They're afraid of her, you know. So this story, I mean, has a lot of believers. And I started to tell this little story to. I have this 8-year-old little girl who comes to my studio on Sunday mornings, and I teach art lessons, and I said, oh, yeah, there's a story about the girl in the bathroom. She says, oh, that's Bloody Mary. And she went through the whole story, and it's a story that the kids here in the States are familiar with also. And this story I learned from this guy when I took folklore in 1982 in Victoria, and this is called the Diamond Ring. There was a wealthy woman wearing a valuable diamond ring on the bus in Rio. As the bus entered a dark tunnel, a guy who had been eyeing the woman pulled out a big knife and said to her, "Give me your ring, or else." She tried to get the ring off her finger, but it was stuck. The thief got very impatient and angry and hacked off her finger. He jumped out of the bus and ran off, holding the ring with the finger still attached. And the teacher said, you know that story, and everybody in the class, all the students said, yeah, I know that story. It happened to a friend of my aunt, and everybody believed it. And he says, yeah, but how do you know it really happened? But the whole class believed that this story was true. This is the last story, and it's called Going from Rio to Sao Paulo, a stretch of highway to pick up a hitchhiker, slightly built and pale. She got into the cab. She didn't speak to the driver except to ask to be on the road. After she got out of the truck, the driver noticed that she had a backpack behind and the label on it that had a Sao Paulo. The truck driver drove to the address written on the backpack's label. In the backpack, the middle-aged. As the door was a bit ajar, the truck driver could see a framed photo on the wall of the girl he had picked up the night before. He said, "That's the middle-aged man turned. That's a picture of my daughter. She died a year on the highway between Rio and Sao Paulo." Yes. So there's nothing to Michael's nodding his head. Yes. So questions. I'd like to get your responses to the stories. It's sort of like when I taught elementary school and I do a new lesson. I'd always feedback from the kids. I'd always say, did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Should I do it again? Should I change it? Or should I just leave it alone and do something else? So.
Well, it just reminded me of so many other folklores, like Baba Yaga in the Russian tradition is very similar to the witch, the ogre, or female ogre. And then all those boogie like demons seem like different types of the devil. You know,
yeah, they are, and there's a lot of religious symbolism. I mean, after all, Brazil is a Catholic country, and the whole idea about devils and demons is very much a part of the culture. And there's things about, evil, wickedness, and the number 7. Number 7 comes up all the time, and maybe somebody could explain to me why the number 7, the 7th son of the 7th son, all kinds of things.
That's in a lot of cultures. I don't know why.
So I think the number 7 has to do with the devil, or has to do with evil and wickedness.
But in some cultures it's good.
Yeah, see, lucky 7 is when you play dice.
Right.
I don't know what.
In Hasidic tradition, also 7, in Orthodox weddings, the man walks around the bride 7 times, and you wear 7 veils, which he lives.
Yeah, so what's the magic of 7?
It's a ritual number. They know about it in the Mediterranean area, going back way far.
So I just keep finding 7, 7. All these things having to do 7 piglets.
Is it a pronunciation issue? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. In Chinese, the letter 4, or the number 4, sounds like death. It's the way it's pronounced, and thus it's an unlucky number in Chinese. So is it something maybe like that in Portuguese?
It could be. I don't know. Sechi, or in Spanish it's siete, and I don't know.
Well, when you were talking in the beginning, I was thinking, when you think of folklore and some of the stories, it goes back to this whole concept of good and evil. And in the beginning, as you were talking about the children and all of these kinds of things, it's to keep children in line, and it's also to keep adults in line. Or it's either to send a message that you shouldn't do this,